Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo les va? La gente les decía hacia al pasar. Sí. Le vamos a poner sobre el nombre Cacaliz. ¡Ey! ¿Y tú? Niño basurero.
Pero es que no te pueden dejar un segundo la puerta abierta, cara.
Y a ti te vamos a poner gaturero. Porque te la pasas comiendo basura.
Un cachorro de diente,
Un cachorro de diente. Niño mal portado. Chin chin. Ok, vamos a ver.
XXPCLD XX is now live. Streaming Fire Emblem, Three Houses, empezando y decidiendo en qué casa quiero pertenecer. Meta de followers en Twitch.
Escribí en qué casa en vez de a qué casa. ¿Que quién va a dejar aquí? ¿En qué carajo estás hablando tú, loca?
Y se ríe, yo dije, tu papi dijo que no va a dejar, digo, güey, y se ríe.
¿Cómo no? Vivirá con la decepción. Porque no las dejo ni vergue. ¿Quién? Esa vaina. Este nivel es indicado para expertos. Este nivel es ideal para principiantes. ¿Qué preferirías tú? ¿Se puede como experto o como principiante? Me da miedo. Porque así sí no voy a pasar el juego probablemente. Tengo que repetir un chingo de veces la misión. Las unidades caídas vuelven tras la batalla. Clásico, las unidades caídas mueren. Piénsalo. Ver, eso dinero no es como en diciembre. El año pasado no te regalé algo. ¿No?
Ni siquiera sabía que estaba embarazada.
Ah, verdad que lo que hice fue joderte. Y desde ya me la pasé jodiendo. ¿Cuándo es? ¿Cuándo es el día de las madres? Ya sabíamos hace rato. Yo también sabía si tú andabas con los vómitos y ya habíamos hecho la prueba.
La prueba la hicimos
En noviembre. Sí, fueron los días, yo creo que era cumpleaños de mi mamá, por eso fue.
yo era la que sabía, pero teníamos que ir a la tarde. Mi papi fue que no me fue para el día a dormir aquí.
Bueno, yo solo sé que nada sé. A ver. Ah, me caigo la verga. Y esa historia. Ver, el poder.
called the Red Canyon. You'll die in it. Die. Die. You took everything that I loved.
Oh.
He's gone now, Mother.
Era como un recuerdo. Mira, Lisbeth.
Oh my. What could have brought you here? I wonder how you got in here.
Como diarrea. A la pobrecita. A ver, me pregunto cómo has llegado hasta aquí. Voy a poner el micrófono más cerca. La chingada madre. Exacto. ¿Sabes? Estoy en directo. Estás hablando de tus conductos anales. Claro. A ver, dice. Me pregunto cómo has llegado.
It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose.
Vaya falta de respeto. Mira aquí te.
Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Ya jugado si ella misma dice lo que dice el papi. En fin, acércate para que pueda verte mejor. No puedo. Elegir la forma que asumirá tu personaje. ¿Quieres que sea varón o sea mujer? A ver. No hay alienígena. Solo hay. Ah, sí. Vaya, es lo que chicas. Ya sé, voy a ser mujer y le voy a llamar Alice. ¿Confirmas tu decisión? Pero entonces tienes que ordeñarte. ¿Qué estás ordeñando?
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
Que soy un fantasma, un demonio, un ser mortal. Un demonio, obviamente.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit in
Más te
mind.
valdrá no abusar de tu cuestionable sentido del humor. Un ser mortal, pues.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts.
No, que tendrás un
Go on.
nombre, ¿no? Vamos, dímelo. Bailev se llama, según esto. ¿Qué cosa? No hay que limpiarlo con...
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
Mes 7, ¿no? Día 21. Aquí fue, ¿no? Luna de los mares. Mira tú.
Wow, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange. It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for... It is almost time to...
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again? You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. Battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn. Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
Ajá. Escaramuza.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Ready and willing.
¿Cómo qué? Movido. Ah, hundido.
Stay focused. Should I have held back? I will prevail. You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
I'll cut through. Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out...
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest. Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage. Fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
La ocasión perfecta. Pon en práctica las técnicas de combate que te he enseñado.
Hola.
Hey, ¿qué tal, Kine Gamer? Bienvenido. Cuando una unidad alcanza cierto nivel de dominio de un arma para explorar una nueva técnica de combate relacionada con mucha competencia. De esta regla quedan excluidas las competencias razón y fe, que en lugar de técnica de combate otorgan más. Ok, es que hay una piedra ahí.
Each battle, a chance to grow. Well, how was that?
Está bien chido. ¿Qué? ¿Quedó con vida este men? 5 de TV.
Is that all?
La opción objeto del menú de orden que permite cambiar el largo
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
¿Qué?
Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Si al atacar tienen cerca a un aliado, el enemigo será intimidado y se acercará con una de tus unidades ataca a un enemigo que esté al alcance de otro miembro de tu ejército. Llevará a cabo un ataque coordinado. Durante los ataques coordinados, los valores tanto de defensiva como de golpe son más altos o menos. Sin pertenecer para por lo que estoy viendo, si está chorreando así vas a hacer más que esa. Y ordeñarle y llevar las bolsitas también. Si un objeto, si ves un icono de objeto junto a un enemigo, quiere decir que obtendrás un botín en caso de que consigas derrotarlo. El objeto en cuestión se resalta con un número en el inventario de la partida. Exacto, por eso le estoy diciendo que tienes que enseñar.
You never had a chance. I'm kidding.
Hey! You with the blank stare! Out of my way!
Predictable.
Excelente ahí.
I'm not setting a very good example.
Allow me to demonstrate.
We must all do our part.
Recibes hacha de hierro. Esa se supone que es Alice.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool.
Sigue echando leche. No te
Well,
vas a
it's
alisar
fine.
ni nada, nada.
After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Of course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that? I was not able to recall my name until just now, and just like that it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you? Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened. I do not hear your gratitude. Perhaps I should force you to leave? There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that? When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do? As though I could stand idly by and watch that come to pass. Oh, of course. I must turn back the hands of time. Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Hey, over here! Huh?
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Ceros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?
Thank you.
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man. Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain. Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Garrig Mach Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child? Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain. I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you? What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Ceros.
The Knights of Ceros? They do seem rather skilled. Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
Esa bichita en la mente,
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Ceros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything? How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel. Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers Academy at Garrigmach Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Recalcitrante. ¿Qué es recalcitrante? Diría que su diálogo apunta.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
Gracias. Muy importante saber esa palabra. Ingenuo. Yo, dime, ¿acaso eres incapaz de mantenerte callado? ¿O es que ni siquiera eres consciente de lo que soltas por la boca?
In any case, forgive our digression.
Perdona,
I must speak with you if you can spare a moment.
circunloquio. Si tienes un momento, me gustaría hablar contigo.
The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to...
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire.
Y ese es precisamente el motivo por el que me gustaría pedirte que te pongas al servicio.
I might as well tell you now. I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well?
Parece que le dan mucha importancia al lugar de procedencia, ya que le ha causado buena impresión, así que puedes elegir. Y bien. Ay, no sé ahora. País de nobles caballeros. Alianza de Leicester, una pujante liga aristocrática. Una tierra con mucho.
Understood. Fargus is a noble and distinguished kingdom that has always valued chivalry.
Perteneceré al reino de Dimitri.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
My, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
Vaya, sí que tienen prisa, ¿sabes? Se nota que esos tres muchachos son únicos en su especie. A primera vista parece sincero, pero noto que esconde algo tenebroso. Es una chica joven y culta, pero siento que me juzga constantemente. Me llama la atención su sonrisa amable, pero no la veo reflejada en sus ojos.
Yes, I thought the same.
Sí, yo pienso lo mismo. Otra vez.
Hi, baby, sleeping.
Puede que duerma, pero...
Part 1. White clouds.
Nubes blancas.
Great tree moon.
Una arbórea, tres
3
blancas
houses.
casas. Arbórea.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
Mira cómo está dividida la tierra. Y en el centro se supone que está la escuela. Mira, es como un anime.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Mock Monastery.
Misterio Garmash. Ella debe llenarse. Cuando se llena es igual que una botella de agua. Cuando se llena de más te va a jugar. Mira, magos. Los profesores. Ahí está Daira. Atrás. Y ahí está Liz.
Ray is here.
¿Qué se va a hacer?
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
¿Por cuánto va? Qué botón.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now, I've never spoken of this to you before, but many years ago, I was a knight here. I reported to the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
La arzobispa Lady Rhea.
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader...
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place. I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
¿Qué cosa? La historia de ella, el personaje que usa, es que el padre es el que está entrenando, que es el escenario. Y su madre, la madre de Alice, en ese momento murió, cuando ella nació. La misma historia que tú querías. La que tú decías que te ibas a morir cuando naciera Alice.
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy. Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Ah, bueno.
I can't believe it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well. Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it. You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy, right? Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor. And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
Son como 200 mililitros o 300 mililitros. Está saliendo bastante de esa, la otra. Sí, parece que el desgraciado de Alois te ha recomendado a la idea.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for.
Esa es la que digo que eres tú. Ella también es profesora. Así sí me la quitan. Tenía los hombres todos caídos, matándose. Tienes 5 de guanábana. Bueno, tienes 4 de guanábana y uno frijol. Yo le compré 3 y 3. De cada uno.
You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea. I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy. I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
¿Qué? ¿Qué necesidad había que me dijera eso? Listo, me llamo Miguela. Soy profesora experta en cuidados médicos, cantante y estoy soltera. Encantada de su
I look too pretty for that line of work, do I?
Huh?
But yes, when I'm not teaching, I can be found in the infirmary. If you're ever lonely, please do come and pay me a visit.
Si alguna vez me
I would
extrañan,
love
vas a
to.
visitarme.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuel. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses. I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain. The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Their house leader this year is Edelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way. I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids. I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow, but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Sedith. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Gerald's flesh and blood, after all.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Gerald character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flane is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Sedith, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well. More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mach.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, For now, I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Of course.
Controla durante la fase de exploración. Una palanca de control derecha, botones más y Y, menos, acercar, alejar la cámara, D y Y, los objetivos de sus misiones y mediciones de cursos se muestran en la parte izquierda de la pantalla. Consultalo si no sabes qué hacer. Resultar de la petición de Ryan.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers Academy, correct? To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it. Once you have finished, come and speak with me.
No, esa es la reina del monasterio.
May I ask a favor of you?
I imagine you were a bit surprised that I reckon. Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during. Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable. Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
That's so.
Ay, mira el gato. Qué bonita es la Mickey. Sala de recepción.
Hi.
Hey there.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire. I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Edelgard von Hresvelk. I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles? Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. But there's little to be done. One day, I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor. What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities. Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child. You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
Mira, arquero. Arquero movilidad 4.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant. Arrogant, even. What else? For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating. His house is that of Duke Iron, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is, perhaps, too pleased with its own step. He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, nagging. If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire. He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him. She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she's shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class. She's Count Varley, I believe. Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception. She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy. To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious. So, So, you've accepted a teaching. I am the princess and heir apparent of the I wonder if you'll. I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about it?
Pardon me.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure. As for, and by that I mean, to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now...
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression. I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness. I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two. Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone? Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well. But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little. He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
A ver. Continuamos. A ver. Cosas de paz.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
Puede volver hasta un máximo, hasta un 10% de los niveles máximos al inicio del turno. Porcentaje de probabilidad igual valor de atributo suerte.
He's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Ignatz. Es espadachín o arquero. Otorga golpe más 20 en las técnicas.
He's the second son. If you ask me, Lysithia is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here. But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
La unidad gana el doble de XP en la batalla. Ya he visto eso. En 2 jugadores. Puntos fuertes, magia y magia. Puntos débiles, espada. Hacha y lanza. ¿Qué?
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her. She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak. Marianne is... she doesn't interact... Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit. If you look up lazy in the dictionary, Her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess. Hilda is the only... If you look up... Leone enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter. She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here. Leone, she's pretty blunt.
This classroom belongs to the Blue Lion House. Our house leader is Prince Dimitri. All of us here hail from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
What do you think? The Golden Deer House is for students of the Leicester Alliance. Our house leader is heir to the Alliance's leadership, House Regan. We have plenty of other prominent nobles as well. Yeah, that's so.
Right.
Hey!
This is the classroom. Our house leader is Princess Edelgard.
Oh. Ah! What? I don't talk to strangers.
Bernadetta, this is no stranger. Our house leader owes this person a great debt. I am Ferdinand von Eyre, legitimate son of the Eyre family, the Empire's foremost. Are you going to join our class? I look forward to getting better acquainted with you.
Well now, you don't have a familiar face. What brings you here? Oh, my name is Dorothea. Before I joined the Academy, I was a member of an opera company in the Empire. You should hear me sing sometime.
Is it true that you saved Edelgard? That's incredible. The name's Caspar, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Linhard, goodbye.
Sheesh, Linhard. How'd you get into the Academy with those manners? So, are you a student here too? Maybe we'll be in the same class.
I am Hubert, a humble servant of Lady Edelgard. I heard you came to the aid of Her Highness. You have my most sincere thanks. This is Petra. She has come all the way from Brigid to study in the Empire. Back on her archipelago, she is actually a princess. In Fodlan terms, she would be called heir to the throne.
Hello, I am called Petra. I am pleased to be meeting with... I am pleased to have met you.
Oh. Okay.
Hey. Well, it must be my lucky day today, being approached by such a beauty. I'm Sylvain Jose Gautier. Feel free to say hi whenever you like.
And who's this? You don't look familiar at all. Do you work here at the monastery?
Oh, mercy! Do you think this is that mercenary people have been talking about?
Now that I think about it, that does sound like something Dimitri may have said. I suppose you'll be enrolling at the Officers' Academy too, then? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Mercedes, and this is my best friend.
I'm Annette. It's nice to meet you.
Yes.
Huh? Hi there. You must be the one everyone's talking about. I'm Ash. Great to meet you. This here is Dedu. He serves Prince Dimitri.
I have heard that you rescued His Highness. Words cannot express my gratitude. Should you ever require my strength, please know that I will hasten to repay this debt.
I have heard all about what you did from Prince Dimitri. As a citizen of Fargus, I thank you.
He also said you're quite skilled. And he doesn't just say things like that. I look forward to sparring with you and beating you.
Felix, must you always speak of fighting right away? Oh, and, you may call me Ingrid. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Hey.
Okay? What do you think?
Hi.
So you're the skilled mercenary who saved Claude, are you?
Oh, you are? It's such an honor to meet you. Ignatz Victor. My parents are Alliance merchants.
And I am Lysithia von Ordelia. Please do not forget it.
What do you think?
My name is Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. You will want to remember it.
Hey, are you that mercenary? Everyone's been talking about you. I'm Hilda Valentine Goneril, and her name is...
Marianne von Edmund.
Are you joining the Knights of Saros or something? Well, I look forward to seeing more of you.
Are you someone's guest? The dining hall's that way, if that's what you're looking for.
No, Raphael. That's Captain Gerald's kid. Hi, I'm Leonie Pinelli, Captain Gerald's first and greatest apprentice. I'm sure he's told you about me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raphael Kirsten. Who are you again?
Yeah.
Hello. Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself. I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here. Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery. I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention? Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think? I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped. Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man. Felix is the heir to House Fraudarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime. He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner. He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm. He's the adoptive. He has... Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said, well, he's always been a bit of a... skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help. Sylvain, well... I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom. She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her. Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery. She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night. Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself. She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
I appreciate your effort.
Hello.
What? What do you want? I am Yuritsa. I teach here. Weapon instruction. These are the training grounds. Goodbye.
Yes.
Hi.
Let's see. I'm real busy, so could you please move along now? Thanks. Okay, now, what else did Lady Rhea need doing today?
What happened? Here I am again, the office of the Captain of the Knights. That said, I'm merely here to assist. Apparently, the current captain is getting on in years. I hear the captain has a hard time keeping up with the responsibilities of the job. That's where I come in.
This is my research laboratory. I've worked hard to furnish it with the rare materials and purpose-built equipment required for my work.
Hello, Professor. Dropping by so soon? Are you ill? This is the infirmary, you know. If you're ever wounded or sick, do feel free to drop by. Or if you would like a nice cup of tea. Would you? Yeah.
Welcome to the library. Here you may find literature from the far reaches of Fodler. I am Tomas, the librarian. If you have need of me, do not hesitate to ask. I have worked here for I have lost track of the decades, it seems.
Let's see.
Hi.
A moment, please.
You there? Yes.
Hello. Okay?
That's so.
Okay?
Right, right. Right, right.
That's so. What do you think?
Yes.
Pardon me.
Yes.
What do you think?
A moment, please.
Yes.
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students. I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
The Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
El águila negra, el león azul o el ciervo dorado. El águila azul, el águila negra, el león azul.
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
¿Quién dijo yo me desperté? Cerca las 11:59. Qué hora rápida esa. Mira, estas son los estudiantes de las águilas negras. Sí. Ahorita no, pero no empecé a viajar. Sí. No son los estudiantes de los leones azules. clase de la alianza de Leicester suelen ser hábiles arqueros por flujo de una larga tradición. Clase del imperio de Adrestia. Muchos de ellos son nobles, la mayoría usan magia. Clase del sacro reino de Fareus. Son consumados guerreros que se rigen por ideales caballerescos.
So you have chosen the Blue Lions led by Dimitri, correct? Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor. I am Sedith's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of. In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
Wait, does this mean our new professor is... No, I really can't believe it! But I was speaking to you so casually, as though we were companions. Oh, I am so sorry, Professor. You just look the same age as the rest of us, and... Oh, and I'm sorry I just said that too. I really must watch my tongue. You say that, but I just don't know about all of this.
I'll admit, it doesn't sit well with me either. After all, we wish to show you due respect.
Sure, but if the professor says it's okay, shouldn't that be enough? That is, if your highness can consent to such a thing. After all, we're already speaking this way to our future king, so we may as well relax our speech with our professor too, right?
Well, we're not in the kingdom, so it only goes to follow that we should all speak companionably. I concede. If the professor says it's fine, we ought to accept that kindness gratefully.
As for me, I'm not sure I can manage.
You don't have to force yourself if it's too difficult. You're fine with that too, right, Professor?
Such benevolence is a sight to behold. I don't suppose you would care to join me for tea. We could discuss education and marriage.
Mis alumnos, bueno, los alumnos de Alice. ¿Qué te parece? Hombres y mujeres. ¿Será que la técnica para que duerma que duerma conmigo, pues? Ojalá y no. Tienes que comprar una cama size. Definitivamente.
Control yourself, Sylvain. I have more important matters to discuss with our new professor. Come to the training ground later. There, you will show me what you're capable of.
You aren't wasting any time, are you, Felix? As it were, count me in for any such battle.
Pardon me, but I would also love to observe you in battle for future reference, if that's okay with you.
Ash, I won't have you speak of merely watching. You should join us as well.
If you get injured, simply say the word and I'll patch you up straight away.
Your Highness, do take care not to go overboard.
You worry too much to do. I'll be fine, I promise.
My companions, is there not something inherently wrong with crossing blades as a way to bond with each other?
Huh. I never thought of it that way. Well, if that's how you feel, I suppose you'll just stay behind while the rest of us are at the training ground?
Ingrid, my dearest friend, you really are too harsh on me.
Well then, Professor, what do you think? As you can see, the Blue Lion House is a lively bunch, but you'll find none who work harder. I'm certain we'll cause our fair share of trouble, but I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead.
Espérate.
Manera social de la vaina.
Es un que te muerde. Pero no te hace daño. Eso es lo importante. Ya puedes ir a nuevos lugares del monasterio. La iglesia de Serios te ha abonado 1000 M para financiar las actividades de este mes. Interesante.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise. You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate. They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines. Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons. Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now, I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter. However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well. Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power. Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it. That is how a crest usually presents itself. Yes, of course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this. What is this? A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected? To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling! Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now. I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done. What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month and when.
Selecciona el calendario como botones de dirección para consultar las actividades programadas de las fechas que elijas. Invitar a comer, horticultura y pesca. Primer día libre. Nivel de docente E. Habla con el delegado de clase.
These are the students' quarters. To better help you supervise them, you also have a room here. Your room is here at the end. Commoner students also reside on the first floor, while the second is primarily for students of noble birth. As a rule, we try to avoid discrimination based on social status here, but the nobility can be quite insistent when it comes to matters. Speaking of, it would be best for you to avoid improper conduct. I expect you to set a good example for the students.
Okay. I'm not too keen on the professor of my class. I really hope to focus more on strategy. Maybe I should talk to my professor about transferring to a different class.
His Highness has said that he trusts you, and I have no cause for it, but if you mistreat him in any way, I will take action. I have a request.
I hear there will be a mock battle soon. We must not neglect our training. I trust that you will carefully study the strengths and weaknesses of each of your students, that you may provide effective guidance. Regardless of the results, this battle will be a great learning experience. Even so, what is the point of competition if the aim isn't to win? As this is your first time at the monastery, please allow me to show you the ropes. Both students and teachers of the Officers' Academy are free to use the facilities within the monastery. For example, you can dine with others at the dining hall, or partake in one-on-one combat at the training grounds. I encourage you to wander around the monastery and lend an ear to the people living here. There are bulletin boards in various places around the monastery. Have you seen them, Professor? There you can find requests from various sources, as well as information about the market. If you fulfill these requests, you should eventually be able to use even more of the facilities here. The bulletin board gets updated frequently. You would do well to check it once a month. This probably goes without saying, but no matter which facility you use, it will take up a considerable amount of your time. It's helpful to plan out activities in advance, so that you don't mistakenly squander your time here. Professors at the Officers Academy are expected to have exceptional leadership skills. Students and teachers alike must devote themselves to their studies and strive to acquire great wisdom, even outside their respective fields.
Hey, Teach. I hear there's gonna be a mock battle between the houses. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit concerned about facing an elite mercenary like you. Maybe take it easy on us. What do you say?
Oh, Professor! Have you adjusted to life at the Academy yet? Me? I'm still not used to it. I'm not one for all this studying and training.
Yes.
I'm busy. Do you want something? I can't right now, but let's fight soon. I look forward to beating you.
Ugh, I really need to eat. I can't hold out until the next meal. Why can't the dining hall stay open all the time? I need to keep eating if I want to get stronger.
Hello there, Professor. Well, I call you that, but I am afraid I am not a student here myself. Should the opportunity arise, I would love to become a student and begin my studies in earnest. The monastery is kind enough to provide a sanctuary for my brother and I. He's the only family I have. Might you help me with a favor?
Here at the monastery, I have had many great learnings from many great people. I am hopeful to have learnings from you, too. As forever, I will do my best trying.
pray to thee. Please protect us.
Para pescar elige un cebo y espera que aparezca la silueta del pez que quieres capturar. Cuando cliques primero aparezca el ataque. Si esperas demasiado puedes preparar en el cebo. Cuando el pez muerde el anzuelo líquido de la caña aparecerá un variado círculo cuyo tamaño se reduce rápidamente. Cuando se superponga con el anillo morado para reducir la barra de vida del pez. Cuando se agote lo habrás pescado. Ten en cuenta que si lo haces mal, el cereal seguirá deteriorando. En caso de que se rompa porque su barra de resistencia se agote, el pez ataca la resistencia del cereal incrementa con el nivel de descenso. Cada excelente protocolo pequeña servirá para incrementar el contador del tiempo. Cuanto más alto sea esto, más se reducirá la barra de resistencia del pez. Si consigues un premio de excelentes, aumentará las posibilidades de que capturen alguna pieza especialmente valiosa.
The Great Tree Moon is the best time of the year for naps. I could just forget all about my assignment.
My thanks.
You have helped me so much.
The Imperial Princess, the Crown Prince, and the heir to the Alliance's leading house. This is one exceptional year, that's for sure. If you're a teacher here, you better watch your step. If anything were to happen to those kids, well, suffice to say that it could harm the reputation of the Church of Saros, which we've spent almost a millennium establishing.
Let's see. I'm a little busy. I really can't right now. I got a lot of things to do. Work and stuff like that. Why don't you look at the flowers in the greenhouse?
Hey, Professor. If you got spare time, wanna join me for a trip into town? There's an inn that serves the most amazing food. It's one of my favorite places to eat. You simply... Professor, I've got a small favor to ask.
I was just heading back to my room. Bye. Hope you're okay with that, Professor. I'm Captain Gerald's first and best apprentice. I can beat anyone, Professor. Even you if I have to. It may have been only for a short time, but I learned from the absolute best.
Hola.
¿Qué tal? Geekiring, bienvenido. más.
¿Qué casa elegiste?
La casa de los leones azules.
¿Has jugado otros juegos de Fire Emblem?
Sí. Los juegos desde los de Game Boy Advance. Luego tuve el Path of Radiance para GameCube. Después tuve, no me acuerdo cuál era, pero creo que era en el que salía, no sé si era Chrome o creo que era el de Chrome, que era para el Nintendo 3DS. Y de ahí no tuve el otro de Nintendo 3DS porque ya no lo tenía, ya lo había vendido. Pero este es chuleta, un avance muy alto en gráficos y todo.
Today's dish was so good. Oh, but not as good as your homemade sweets, Mercy.
You're too kind. Maybe I'll bake some for you next time, Professor.
Soy más. Por norma general, lo aconsejable es dejar de explorar cuando se agoten los puntos de actividad para hacerlo con el botón L mientras exploras o cuando abras el menú.
Nice! I knew I could count on you.
Estoy explorando todavía porque no sé muy bien cómo es la estructura esta, ni qué hay ni qué no hay. Como un jardín. Pabellón amigo. Oh, en el pabellón amigo puedes escanear amigos para hacer que aparezcan objetos de recompensa cuando terminen todas las partidas que tengas guardadas. Obtendrás como recompensa objetos de mayor calidad si escaneas amigos de Fire Emblem. Cada amigo de Fire Emblem podría depararte también recompensas exclusivas. Interesante, ¿eh? Vamos a ver qué hace con el de Zelda. Se ha escaneado el amigo, dice. Pueden aparecer objetos cerca del pabellón amigo. ¿No lo escaneaste? Se ha escaneado el amigo, los objetos de recompensa ya han aparecido. Ok, agua pura, semillas de flor turquesa, durazno deshidratado, té de jengibre, té de santos, té de jengibre, sollo de Caledonia, brebajes, devuelve 20 de PB por cada uso. No, así que hay uno. Té de bayas de albinea. Qué cool. Sabía que tenía que seguir explorando. Acá que hay. Ok, este es el salón principal. Aquí hay una puerta.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. By the by, have you ever regretted a decision and wished you could go back and undo it? It's too bad there's no lesson for how to turn back the old clock, huh? But I suppose a bad decision isn't worth all that fuss anyhow.
Bueno, para acá no puedo ir, así que en las caballerizas no puedo entrar. Y para acá... Mira, aquí hay una cosa. Ay, no vi lo que era. Semillas de angélica. Ahora sí hay algo por acá. Solo la gente comiendo. Y para acá atrás no hay nada, solo matas.
Hello, Professor. I have a teeny tiny question for you. You haven't seen a man with hair the same color as mine, a scowling face, and a generally gloomy demeanor, have you? I suppose it was silly to ask. Sorry for wasting your time. Hello, Professor. You haven't seen a man...
Yes. I hear a member of House Fresfeld, the ruling family of the Empire, has entered the Officers' Academy for the first time in ages. It is said that the Adrestian Empire's very founding was aided by none other than Saint Seros. That is why the crest of Seros is on the Imperial flag. In recent years, a rift has developed between the Empire and the Church. Let us hope this will be a good opportunity for both parties to reforge their close relationship of years past.
Here's an idea. There are two types of crests. Major crests manifest their power most effectively, while minor crests are slightly weaker. It is said that the closer a person's blood relation is to various saints and heroes, the higher their chance of bearing a major crest. Of course, there are also examples of major crests manifesting in children whose parents bear no crest. The exact nature of how and why crests are inherited is still a mystery.
You there!
Hi, Professor. Have you gotten around to visiting the library yet? It's absolutely loaded with valuable information. I only wish I wasn't burdened with the necessity of sleep, so I could spend all my hours there. In a manner, yes, but it's more that I want to learn as much as I possibly can.
Qué locura, Frank. La pasa llorando porque quiere comer. Y se supone que no puedo hacer ninguna otra actividad más.
Well... of course. Do bear in mind that even as you are appraising your students, I hope that you will do your best to form lasting bonds with your foe. And I look forward to witnessing your prowess in the mock.
Pacho.
@BrownieDwarf613 bienvenido y gracias por el follow.
Bienvenido Browdraft 613, bienvenido y gracias por el follow.
The church has changed a lot since my time. Sedith, Hanneman, Manuela, Yuritsa, and many of the knights. None of them were around 20 years ago.
I think Captain Gerald has hardly changed since 20 years ago. I've aged at least 3 times as much as he. Why am I talking about this? Oh, right. It was because I just overheard Tomas remarking on the subject. The leader of a legendary group of knights returned. People are bound to be talking about...
A mock battle? This early? Wow, Professor. They're not giving you any time to settle in, are they? Well, no need to worry. If you get hurt, I am more than capable of healing you.
Apparently, there is to be a mock battle between the houses. Interesting, but I hope you understand that I have far more important things. My research is proceeding slower than I would like. Your crest is something of a challenge. I was wondering if I might get a sample of your flesh. A couple square inches would do. No? Perhaps some blood? A couple of drops on the device are all I need. Oh, thank you, Professor. Those few drops of blood are invaluable to my research. Oh, so much more to learn.
Well...
Professor!
Ah, sí, aquí es la biblioteca. Pucha, eso sí lo leo con calma.
Professor, I hear you are lacking in knowledge of the Church of Ceros. The library contains countless documents about the teaching and the history of the Church. I encourage you to...
Say now. Tomas has served as the monastery's librarian for decades. Actually, he was away from Garrigmach for a spell, but he returned to his post last year. There is no one as familiar with the monastery's archives as he is.
Son un chingo de libros. No voy a poner a leer eso ahora. Voy a leerlo después. Es el cumpleaños de Ferdinand. Quiere gastar 200 M en flores para celebrarlo.
Much appreciated.
Sácale los gases. Emprende la misión del mes. Misión. La batalla de las tres casas. La sorpresa generalizar una joven mercenaria ha sido elegida para la clase en la cadena de una planta de tres clases. Hay iniciar la batalla de tres clases.
It's finally time for the mock battle. I'm eager to put my skills to use. And you, Professor? Excellent. I have high expectations for your command. That said, I've no doubt it will take everything we've got to pull a victory. Our opponents are mighty, that much is certain. But I'm positive we can win.
Hey there, did we miss our invite to this strategy meeting? No worries, we'll just join in now.
Nice try, Claude. But I do not intend to let slip our strategies. Especially when we are up against such strong opponents as you two.
Well now, kind words from His Kingliness. If that's the case, we'd better come up with some clever schemes so as not to disappoint. Right, Princess?
Right. No matter the tactics you devise, we will destroy you. The best you can hope for is to learn a thing or two.
There's nothing wrong with a friendly rivalry, but let's not get carried away. A rash attitude could be your undoing, after all.
Perhaps your time would be better spent preparing instead of worrying about the competition's mindset.
Hey now, if you two were getting this fired up before...
A good point, Claude. I apologize, that wasn't my intention. At any rate, let's vow to make this a productive battle, shall we?
darle hasta que ella se despierte y se duerma. Si no, no vamos a dormir toda la noche.
Oh? In that case, I won't hold back.
Oh, how precious. Looks like you and the students have become fast friends.
While I am pleased that you are taking the initiative to acquaint yourself with the students, I'm afraid it's about time for the faculty strategy meeting.
Ah, how time flies. In that case, I'll see you later.
I look forward to assessing your abilities. I hope you don't disappoint.
It is about time for the battle to begin. Our victory depends on your leadership. Do not...
I'm sure you already understand, but the house that defeats the other two is declared the winner. Incidentally, I'll be overseeing this mock battle, so listen well if you want to win.
Stay focused.
¿Qué? Sí, debe.
Here we go!
I'll give it my all.
I'll cut through.
What should I do?
None of your shallow tactics are required, Claude. Ignatz and I will dismantle the opposition.
The new professor seems...
Who's next? Thanks.
I've lost? Oh.
As expected.
Well done, Teach. I may have to take this seriously after all.
I've lost. The new professor is quite a commander.
Over already. Slow and steady.
quite helpful.
Let's use the forest to set up an ambush. I'm counting on your support, everyone.
If they're waiting in the forest, we do well to take a detour.
Well, we're surrounded. All we can do is fight. Princeliness. You got a thing for Edelgard, right? Come on, fess up. You'll feel better.
Claude, please. This is no time for idle banter. Your defenses are wide open.
That didn't get to him, huh?
What a shame. I'll find a better way to ruffle him up next time. I hate losing. I guess I'll just have to settle for cheering the others on.
Yeah, you're a big help.
Ouch! Was that really necessary?
You're in the way. My goodness. The leadership of someone with actual battle
Had to be done.
Hey, you didn't compliment me like that when my class won last year.
Thanks so much.
Flawless tactics, Professor. Our only choice in this situation is a...
The new professor is rather strong. I have so...
Son of House Ire. How did I fail? I must need to train harder.
Luck wasn't with you. Not...
Ay, poca pues.
time, we can finally settle the question of who's stronger.
Very well. I accept your challenge. With you as my opponent, I won't...
I would expect no less. Forced to retreat. Well, things will only get tougher from here on out.
Proceed with caution.
Well done. I nearly wound up a patient in my own infirmary.
I must stay focused.
All right, that's that. The Blue Lion House.
This victory is the result. Professor, I've been looking for you. I was hoping we could all share a meal together. It could serve as both a victory celebration and a post-battle analysis. What do you...
Bueno, hasta aquí voy a dejar el directo. Quedo en esta parte para continuarlo mañana si es posible. Así que gracias a todos los que estuvieron en el directo y nos vemos mañana pues. Pueden seguirme en mis redes sociales, las voy a poner en pantalla, las tienen aquí. Así que muchas gracias a todos, nos vemos.